This week on Ultimate Streetcar, Sav introduces us to the car that's the star, a 1992 BMW 320. At the track, he finds out that there's a lot of work to be done if he wants to take on the big guns. And after putting our Beamer onto the rollers, we head to a Dyno day to check out the competition in the horsepower stakes. This is SAVspeed, a performance tuning shop east of Johannesburg, where it's all about extreme cars, extreme performance, and extreme pressure.
What's the time, Andrew? In my day, I should take gearbox out in 20 minutes, John, on my own. Let's go, let's go.
Over the course of a month, Sav and his team of experts, well, sort of, will be burning the midnight oil to turn this into this. Encountering problems from the annoying to the disastrous.
Oh, where the did this road come from?
In between the action, Sav talks us through the art of tuning and takes us into the competitive world of modified and performance cars. Can these speed monsters compete with the ultimate street car? It's 7 a.m. in Edenvale. Sav Galtieri is playing with one of his favourite toys, a BMW M3 with one hell of a turbo. SAVspeed specialises in tuning up cars with the propeller badge, moving power figures up from 300 to 800 horsepower. This is where we'll be creating the ultimate street car.
We're going to show you what you can do with an ordinary, everyday car. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this 1992 model car right here and we're going to transform it into an ultimate street car. We paid 27,000 Rand for this vehicle. So obviously at 27,000 Rand you cannot expect to have the best vehicle. But it's a starting point. Let's have a look at this car quickly and see what we got here. The motor is a 1992 motor. It's the M50 motor. The bodywork is not too bad, it's not too shabby, it's got a sunroof. Let's have a look at the interior. It's all cracked up. Obviously the car is 15 years old. We can't expect it to be anything better than that, but it's something to work on. We've got a good strong chassis, which is something always to look at. Because a good strong chassis is what you need. You need a car that is clean. Even if it's got mileage, it's not a big deal. By the way, what mileage has it got? 267,000 kilometers, okay? And all the inspection lights are on. The wheels, the tires, suspension, obviously it's all standard production stuff. It's something decent to work with, something that's a good starting point. So we're going to take it to the track and we're going to do a couple of tests. We're going to be doing some top speed runs, we're going to be doing some quarter mile runs, we're going to be doing some lap times as well. So get an idea of what the car can do there. And then obviously after that we're going to be taking it to the dyno to see what type of power figure we're going to get out of this vehicle. Then we'll have a good starting point. The starting point is what we need because we need to know that this is where we began and this is where we're going to end. And let's see how far we can stretch this baby. So follow us through this lovely journey. It's really going to be interesting, it's really going to be fun, and you're going to be surprised in the end, I hope. Okay, see you later.
The Ultimate Streetcar series has been a long time in the making, and the now closed West Bank Raceway provided the home for all the high-speed fun.
We're going to be carrying out a number of tests today. We're going to be doing 0 to 100 in seconds. We're going to be doing 0 to 400 meter, which is the quarter mile time. We're going to be doing an 800 meter sprint, as well as a lap of the circuit. A couple of laps, obviously, to try and get the best lap in. In other words, what we're trying to do is see where the vehicle is at, so that when we finish the vehicle, we can see what we've gained. So let's go out there and let's see what we can do. See you later. Warm up your vehicle before you slaughter it, because like everything else, you need to warm it up. You can't get out of bed in the morning and run 100 meters without warming up, am I right? So here we go. We're going to do our 400 meter. Let's see what happens. decent launch. Actually, wheel spins into second. Let's close this window. A bit too much noise here. This car's a donkey here. Only pulled about 120 through the 400. Another thing to take into consideration is that the vehicle has done 267,000 kilometers. A second-hand vehicle that's 15 years old, let's just take that into consideration. It's 15 years old. It's actually quite quiet and smooth inside as well, with very little creaks, you know. If you take that into consideration, you know that BMW, well, did a fantastic job building these vehicles, and the fact that it can still perform and drive every day and be used as an everyday vehicle is quite an achievement. So, well done, BMW. We're going to do our full speed run from 0 down to 400 through to the 800, do the whole time elapse, get all the details down so we know where we are. Okay, let's try and give it a decent launch, hold the handbrakes, we don't roll, get an accurate reading. And there we go. This thing's papa. I reckon a Patka will pull off quicker than this thing. That didn't help if I missed a gear like that. Close enough though. We wasted about 200ths of a second there. We're doing 130 now. We're going. 140. 150. And on the brakes, 100-meter mark. Okay. So I must say one thing, these brakes are brilliant. You know, 15 years technology, ABS still works like a charm. It's phenomenal. The track run is a full test of a vehicle. It tests everything. Durability, braking ability, everything. From A to Z, you know, suspension. That is the real test of a vehicle. If it's not track tested, it's not a good conversion. So keep it in mind. If the vehicle can run a couple of laps around the track, you know you're home. And it doesn't break. Bit of an animal, eh? Standard tires, bro. Standard tires, and we pumped them up just to get an idea what was going on. Because you know, the harder the tire, the better. Doesn't turn too bad. Remember, it had some aftermarket spring in it, and brakes are phenomenal. But then again, we're not going that fast. Oh, hello. Doesn't like change of direction that quickly. This is an important thing we have to assess. You can't even get this thing sideways if you try it. Got a bit of a creak in the body there as well. We'll have to assess. Oh, a bit of sand, a bit of the whole lot. Into the little S's here. Oh, hello. Whoa. Eesh. Never thought this thing would go sideways, but anyway, we don't even have much power. So, oh, it's a bit wobbly. Oh, you know what? For a street car, it's not too bad. 160 now. Hard on the brakes. Turn in. Whoa. Nothing like a rear-wheel drive car. Try one more lap and see how fast we can actually go if we get 80. Where the did these guys come from? Two Scoobies. Let's see what we can do with these boys. Look at the brake difference. This cab's got good brakes, so. Oops, turning a bit too hard there. It wasn't good driving at all, eh? You can see the acceleration these cars have got. It's absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. Absolute unbelievable acceleration that they're running. Look at these guys.
Nice race, Arvin.
How was that, huh?
Yeah, it was good, man.
Those tyres are working, huh?
Yeah. Use this car.
Hey, it's safe. Hey, how's it, guys? How's it, man? Lekker, man. Doe dat vir jou, bud.
Testing tyres, testing cars,
Messing around. Yeah.
What's that?
Haven't seen in a while. Testing tyres, suspension, purple settings on his car.
Ultimate street car, man.
Faster, yeah. You have to try to catch us BMs,
It's gave me a strip. No, it's coming through. I was cruising, I'm screaming, I'm flat out. Oh, I just came past. I was like, no, what is he actually?
What you doing? What you doing?
This thing, we're doing a
That
show.
Bavarian vintage, huh?
Yeah, for now. But we're doing a show on it, and we're trying to see, what we can get out of it. It's a 320, so we're going to check it out and see, how far we can stretch it. Probably a bit of this, a bit of that. Maybe you guys want to hook up with us afterwards, man, when we finish
That sounds good. That sounds
Should we do
nice to compare, yeah.
That'll be lekker, because it'll be, at least the same cars, and we'll just get an idea. It'll be lekker too. I don't know if you guys will be
Perfect,
part
let
of
us
it.
know, let us know.
Yeah.
Really?
Perfect.
That'll be deep. That'll be deep, I think. That'll be deep.
Well, but this time I'm going to beat you, huh?
We'll see.
Okay, sweet guys. Take it easy, thanks, eh?
Okay,
we'll
cheers,
see you
eh?
around.
Cheers, good. Drive safe, huh?
Cheers. Okay, we did a 1 minute 41 on that first lap and 1 minute 38.2. Like I said, in the mid 135s. A bit slow, maybe we could have bettered it. A real super smooth run, probably another second and a half. Not more than that. It just lacks the power, like I said. So we'll have a look and see. 138, it's a ballpark figure, we know what we can do. We need to get that down substantially, and it's a massive challenge, and I think we can do it. I don't see why not, but only time will tell. So we'll see you later.
After the break, Sav heads to the workshop to start work on the car with his team of experts.
I've done it. I've removed this thing, whatever they call it, door knob. There's it. And I got my hands dirty somewhere here. Check, there's a little black spot here.
We knew there was a lot of work to be done, so we called in the strippers. Back at the workshop, we've got our 320i project car strapped onto the dyno. Remember that the reason why we're carrying out this test is to determine a baseline power reading so that we can later on do a back-to-back comparison. So let's go out and let's give it a run. Let's see exactly what this old lady can do. I'm expecting about 65. 60, 65 around there, not more than that, and that's wheel power. Let's have a look. Lazy. The rev limiter is still there. See, we've made 66 kilowatts at the wheels, okay? So that means this vehicle produced 110 kilowatts factory-wise. It's probably a little bit low down, maybe 5 or 6 kilowatts, nothing more than that. Probably due to the bad service record and etc., etc. Probably got an air filter in there that's been in there for about 10 years. So it's good enough as a starting point. We know it's around about 65, 70 kilowatts at the wheels, and that's all we really need to know. The typical characteristics of a 2-litre multi-valve is absolutely no power. You can see that this is the power reading, and this is the torque figure. Now, the power reading is very low. You can see, in other words, here at 4,000 RPM, there's a scale. We were making 4,000 across here. We were making around about 40 kilowatts at the wheels. That's about 60 horsepower. That's as much as an Volkswagen cart, okay? So it's very, very flat. And as the car picks up the RPM, and it's a multi-valve motor, it starts to rev, and you can see it's pulling all the way right up to the top, which is quite a surprise for a vehicle of this age. So we cut the dyno off at around about 6,000 RPM, and we had a torque figure of 110 Newton meters up there, which is a peak point around about there. So obviously, when we re-dyno the car, after we've done all the modifications which we want to do on the vehicle, we want to try and get a graph that will do something like that, and then as it comes on, it's just going to do that. That's what we want, okay? But when the time comes, we'll have a look at it again. But this is basically what a graph looks like, so people can understand exactly what's going on. And we can see the run took around about 8.5 seconds. So that's all you need to know for now. We'll hook up and take this car to the next level. See you just now.
Dynos are not just for the professional tuners. Dyno days are big attractions for the boys to show that size does matter.
So today's a bit of a fun day for us all. We're all going to be at Top Sport Developments. We're doing a dyno day where all the guys get to put their cars on and see what horsepowers they make. So we came to decide to support the event, bought a few cars, we had a nice drive here, and we'll put on a dyno and see what we can get out of it. Let's see what happens. The record's 370, I think. Let's see if we can better it. It'll be difficult.
See you now.
While SAV's crowd brings a bevy of Beamers, Dyno Days play host to any kind of car. Like this Beetle, which may look quite meek and mild, but managed to put out a whopping 101 kilowatts on the wheels. This BMW M3 produces 140 kilowatts on the wheels as standard, but with the SAVspeed turbo conversion, it can easily wheel spin its way off the dyno. Note the bouncer dude sitting on the back to help keep the car on the rollers to get the right reading.
409. Good enough. Should make a bit more. It's a little bit hot today, but want to get up to about 4:30 maybe, and the weather's better. But we're happy. We're happy.
The tuning professionals use Dyno Days to give the public a taste of what they can do with modified motors. This 911 twin-turbo Porsche produced the highest horsepower of the day, 490 kilowatts on the wheels, demoting SAV to second position. Dyno Days are a great way for petrol heads to indulge their passion and for tuners to chat to potential customers in an informal environment. If you want to see why people are so crazy about the modified industry, go to a Dyno Day. And remember your earplugs.
So we're back here in the studio. We've finally carried out all our preliminary tests on this vehicle. And let's get this car on the lift and let's get going.
Off the lift and with the gearbox and exhaust system out, it's time to tackle the engine and bodywork of the car.
Yes, in my day, I should take gearbox out in 20 minutes, John, on my own. Let's go, let's go.
Okay, I've had a good look underneath this car and the chassis looks pretty decent. You can see there's been no accident damage on this side or on that side. It all looks still quite original, so I'm quite happy with that. One shot.
Twist in it, twist it.
That's it. Okay. I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is too messy for me. Mike, Alex, just come. Let's pull this bonnet off here. Let's get this car going. I want to get all this. I want to get this engine out. Pull harness. Come, let's get going with it. Let's see what's happening.
The M50 2-litre motor of the E36 Beamer is seen as a reliable everyday engine that suits the purposes of a standard A to B car. Not usually associated with performance, this one in our 320 gave us 66 kilowatts on the dyno. By the time SAV's finished with it, he'll be looking for 300 plus on the wheels.
It's a clip. This clip's haven't been taken off.
We got a Hong Kong pipe in here. Somebody tried to make a plan. Let me show you the Hong Kong pipe. Look this up. Look this up. That is what you're not supposed to do. You see? This is like a plumbing job. The guy who worked on this car last was a plumber. He was not a mechanic. He was a plumber. From, where's a good place?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Okay, it's all coming off now. Let's have a look at this. Yo! Ah, that's disgusting. Look at that. See what I mean when I said it hasn't been serviced about 20,000 Ks? I'm getting hot now. You know, I wasn't blessed with much hair. But loosening this thing off gave me a big sweat. Come on, one more.
You realise you're that bald, eh?
Yeah, I know.
To you.
I'm gone, but I'm gone. No more hair for Sam. Okay, so we're gonna get the head off. What's on it? The gasket. Let's put it on the bench there.
So that's 265 or 267,000 kilometers. Still looks pretty decent.
It has been off.
It's been off, and all along I was saying it hasn't. Put a 3 to 5 head gasket on, you see that?
What's the difference, tell me, between the
Bore,
320
the
and
hole. The bore. The hole, not the hole.
Oh, the horn is
The
bigger.
hole is bigger.
And it's a Victor Irons.
That's right.
Building the ultimate streetcar was a personal pet project for Sav, so most of the work had to be done after hours. Apart from the usual crew, clients and friends pitched in to get the dog work done.
That's organized.
Dat kon ek nie winners like that. I found out, but I found just now. That kon ek nie winners like that.
We knew there was a lot of work to be done, so we called in the strippers.
Door rubbers, boot rubbers. Hey, Alex, are you sure, eh? Okay, he said so. I just don't want to be here when they're assembling. Stripping's easy. We need some body work here. These notes. That's not good.
Not much, but Dash was gonna come in the next 10 minutes or so. Should be rocky. Should be nothing left.
With the money they're paying me, I'll sponsor it.
Oh, finally the dash is out.
In my app here.
I've done it. I've removed this thing, whatever they call it, doorknob. There's it. And I got my hands dirty somewhere here. Check, there's a little black spot here.
That's the nice thing about
I'm a mechanic.
always willing to come and give us a hand. Check out this nifty spanner. Looks like an ordinary spanner, but on this end here, it's got a little ratchet. So you can get into the little tight little places and hold it, and you can use it as a ratchet, but it's actually on a spanner. John's way too. And if you forget it, you'll be surprised, because this is SAVspeed.
Well, you see, Sav always owed me $2,000. This goes back to when I brought my M3 to him, you know, and then he overcharged me $2,000. But it was okay. You know, I was happy with it. You know, and then I broke a prop, and then he said I owe him $2,000.
Because I gave you one.
Because he gave me one. And then I broke the second prop, and he gave me that as well. So we got to level the score out somehow. So I'm working. I figure I owe him $2,000. So I'm working my $2,000 off here. My labor rate's about $500 for half an hour. So I've been here how long? Ismail, how long have we been here?
From 4, boy.
From 4. Ah, you know what? Now you gotta add it up. I think he owes us $10,000 or something like that.
There you go. Another one bites the dust. All right, the moment of truth. Let's grab it.
Ah, there we go.
So, the block's stripped. It's ready to go to the engineers. We'll take it off the stand and send it through, probably tomorrow. We'll give them a call, come and collect everything, and we'll see at the engineering shop. Talk a little bit further from there and see what happens from there. Let's see what happens.
I'll put it on your
First of the job, you need to know all the parts of the job in order to be good at it. So mopping is part of it. Don't be embarrassed to mop. So guys, let's go. So guys, let's go. You guys not listening where I'm going.
Next week on the ultimate streetcar, the Beamer is sent off to the body shop to get the shell up to scratch. The engine is sent off for reconditioning and preparation.
Sorry to say it before you carry it,
Yeah.
got something here.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I think what?
And Sav gets ready for his dice with a duo of Scoobies in the ultimate streetcar.